Okay, so adding users. There are different types of users in QBO, and there's different levels of permissions depending on the version that you're in. Most of the versions will allow you to distinguish the primary admin, who's essentially the company owner, or the QuickBooks file owner is the primary admin. And then a company admin has full rights to go and make any changes inside the software. Beyond that, you get more smaller roles that you can assign your staff so they can do some things and not other things. There's accounts payable and receivable roles. There's actually, let's go look at the roles. It'll be easier to do it from there. I'm going up to the gear and I'm going to manage users right here. And when you're in advanced, you get the ability to do granular settings where you can actually like pick and choose the things that people can do. At this level, you only get to specify, I'm in plus, so I only get to specify some of the basics about it. But let's say I am adding in a user. I would put in their name right here and their email. Let's go ahead and put in an employee. And then here's where you assign the roles. And so you have a standard all access can do most things, including payroll, but they can't admin the file. Standard no access has some permissions and they can submit timesheets, but they can't do any of the actual accounting. Then there's an accounts receivable, aging manager, which is everything with money in and customers. There's the accounts payable manager, which is all the money out and the bills. There's limited customers and vendors so that they can basically do the income and expense transactions. There's an in-house accountant, which gives them reporting tools. Talks about the company admin. Now, there's also some called a track time only will allow all of your employees to enter in their own timesheets without doing anything else in QuickBooks. And there's also a view company reports user where they can go in and they can run as many reports as they want, but they can't actually change any of the data, which is great for your board members and your managers. There is also, when you set some of these, you have the ability to turn on and off their payroll, whether they can see payroll or not. So most of them don't have access to seeing payroll no matter what. There was a question in again about primary admin versus company admin. The primary admin is the person who's owns the QBO file. It's in their name, they're associated with it, they're the responsible party. That's the primary admin. The company admin has the same amount of rights except for the ownership of the file. Generally, what I do when I'm setting up user permissions is I start with the most restricted one. And then if they can't do something that they need, I bump them up to the next level. And if they still can't do something that they need to do, then I bump them up to the next level. So that's how I set the different permissions. Now, I'm not actually going to send the invite now. And then, as I mentioned, you get two accounting firm users. This is where you connect your CPA and your bookkeeper. And then they have a portal where they can drop down and switch between all of their clients. All right. If there's any other questions about the settings or the users, this is the time to ask. Otherwise,